Good afternoon, everyone. A very, very warm welcome to all the beautiful ladies who have joined us on this platform today. We are so pleased to announce the launch of IBG's Ladies First Women Wing Vertical. And in today's session, we have a very powerful panel, and they are going to share their views and thought points with you. So we have a lot of things to offer to you on this vertical. So let's begin the session, and let's start with the video of IBG, in which we would like to show you what IBG stands for and what it does for the members. Over to you, Girish and Siddhi.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to India Business Group. We are a modern chamber of commerce focused on mentoring and supporting Indian businesses to help them grow globally. IBG was founded by Mr. Vikash Mitra Sen, CMD of Nazara Technologies and the Honorary Consul General of the Republic of Mali, headed by CEO Ms. Priya Pansare and managed by Girish Bhatija, Siddhi Jadhav and Sujata Pawar. IBG has a network of 80,000 associations with over 1,000 active members. It also organizes sector-specific events for their members pertaining to sectors like real estate, entertainment, film and media, healthcare and pharmaceutical, HR, learning and development, travel, tourism and hospitality, banking and finance, manufacturing and retail, advertising and marketing, logistics and infrastructure, and IT. We invite Consul General and Trade Commissioners to explore trade opportunities between countries. We help connect our members with consulates to explore their business on an international arena. Ladies and gentlemen, we've signed MOU with around 50 Chamber of Commerce across the globe. We're also doing sector meetings for our members to help find the right connect. We do conduct B2B meetings with domestic as well as international chambers, which help your business grow with bounds and heaps. So, what are you waiting for? Welcome to our most wondrous world of IBG, India Business Group. Thank you.
Superb. So I guess our members and our audiences and our participants are very excited after having seen that very exciting, powerful video. So IBG, my dear ladies, is a non-profit chamber of commerce, and it focuses on mentoring and focusing on businesses to grow into global collaborations. And IBG was founded by Mr. Vikash Mitra Sen, who is a philanthropist and a leading light in the business segment. He is the CMD of Nazara Technology. He's written 2 books, CEO U and A Leader U. I think those are the 2 books he's written. And now I would like to invite none other than the one and the only Mr. Vikash Mitra Sen, the founder of IBG, the man behind this wing. Let's hear his idea on this vertical. Over to you, Vikash sir.
Thank you. To begin, I want to talk to Meenal Sinha. Do you remember that we used to have a ladies' wing before?
Yes.
Which was headed by Stephanie Hughes, the American lady.
Yes.
Yes, it went on for 2-3 years, and then for some reason it petered out, or she left.
We called it WOW, W-O-W, World of
Yes, Women. Oh yeah, you reminded me. It was World of Women. It was the name it was. Correct, I had forgotten that. That's where we began. But now, to me, it now seems even more exciting with this panel that we have of women. The top quality women of IBG are going to head and run this. So this is really very interesting. I'm really looking forward to it. Let me tell you a few things that we hope to be doing for the women. First is we will be, so this is the boring part. We will be bringing in government contacts and hopefully government contracts also for women in business. CSR activities, which are also very important in today's world. We hope to bring funding from government. So most people don't know that every government, including Maharashtra government, has a funding a charter to help women in business. So we'll be inviting the minister concerned to speak to us, if you all guys agree. at some point during this next few months. And we also hope to invite women speakers from the government. The government has a lot of women in the high categories who can come and talk to us. So I think I'm very excited again. Let's kick it off and let's start.
Thank
Go
you
ahead.
Yes, thank you so much for that very motivational kind of introduction. And I'm sure it has energized the platform a little bit more further. Lots to look forward to. And now we would start off with the cutting of the ribbon to launch this wonderful platform. So I would encourage the panel members, Mr. Vikash. We all have now in these online days, this is the way we do the launches. So we all have a red ribbon ready to be cut. So we'll begin with the cutting of the red ribbons. Thank you, everyone.
I did mine.
All right, congratulations on the launch of this wonderful wing. All right, so now I would like to invite the CEO of IBG, the face of IBG Women's Vertical Wing, the beautiful and the charming Miss Priya, to come forward and address the audience members. Over to you, Priya.
Thank you, Agnes. Good afternoon, ladies. Let me welcome you all to the IBG's The First Ladies Women Wing. Are you worried about the impact of the deep economic slowdown on your financial security? Has the pandemic been harder for women, especially those who've had to work from home while managing family and domestic commitments? Has the silent epidemic in mental health issues and depression left you feeling more vulnerable than ever before, both at home and in public spaces? What new pathways does tech offer who want to rethink and recalibrate their professional goals for a changing workplace? To find answers and solutions to all these challenges, IBG is launching today the First Ladies Women Wing. We aim to create a milestone in the national dialogue on gender and work. Meet the women who have taken this head-on, creating opportunities for millions of other women who are shaping the future of India. IBG's The First Ladies Wing will feature keynote addresses, panel discussions, one-on-one meetings with fellow members, and monthly business sessions with international and domestic chambers around the world. This will be a serious business forum that goes to the heart of the challenge we face as women. Join us to make this change happen. Join us to strengthen the power of 500 million Indian women. There has never been more critical time for women to come together and be heard. The First Ladies Women Wing is open to all, regardless of any business or its size. Women are still underrepresented in entrepreneurship, and new research shows that peer support is crucial to change this. Women entrepreneurs turn to trusted peer support to share, motivate, and sustain each other through the ups and downs of venture building. And now let me take the pleasure of introducing you to our dynamic committee. Agnes Chen, National Tech Head, HRIPL Streaks Professional. Meenal Sinha, Founder and CEO at meetingsandoffices.com. Jhelum Ratna, Producer, Director at Collage Communication. Dimple Merchant, Partner at Ivy Merchant and Company, Advocates and Solicitors. This Women Wing will focus on 4 pillars: business support for women, finance and legal support for women, mentorship, and how to leverage your network. Now, I will hand over this platform to Jhelum to take it forward from here. Jhelum?
Thank you so much, Priya. And before Jhelum takes over, I would still want to thank all the people that are joining in at this very moment. I welcome you one and all to this wonderful platform from which you're going to gain a lot. And I encourage a lot of interactive and active participation on this platform, which means that we are ready to handle all the questions and answers. So at the end of the session, there will be a round, or if you prefer, you can put your questions in the chat box below, and we will take up the questions after the session. Thank you so much. Over to you, Jhelum.
Hello, everyone. And thank you, IBG, for initiating this amazing forum specifically for women entrepreneurs. You've all heard the saying, women are from Venus, men are from Mars. So this is about using our strengths as women. We don't need to copy men. In fact, I strongly believe that women can run a business far better than men if only they run it like women and not copy men. So let's start with the basics. Leading from the front. As you already know, to run a successful business, we have to lead the business and lead it by example. Our team will be looking at us for guidance and direction. For example, one of the biggest hurdles women think they face is leading a male team. I've heard this so often. They are men, yeah, they just don't want to listen to women. Not true. Women can lead if they lead like a woman, not like a man. Because if our male employees see us as a woman boss trying to behave like a man boss, they just can't wrap their heads around that. We women have different strengths, so let's use them. They're not aggressive, but we are persuasive. If we use persuasion, not aggression, if we do not raise our voice, if we are gentle and firm, not harsh, they will hear us better. They will listen to us better. If we explain, coax, and persuade, just like we do with our kids at home, it works better, we can lead better. So in this forum, we'll be getting various successful women to talk to us about leadership skills and how to tap our own women's strengths and use them effectively. Next, we have referrals. The hurdle many women have brought up is getting referrals. It's an important topic as referrals, as we all know, lead to business. It's the first step in getting business. So how do we get referrals? While we're all here to help each other get referrals, there's also some groundwork we ourselves have to do to ensure we get good referrals. Firstly, we must have a product a consumer needs. There's no business model without a good product. Then what's the USP of the product? How is it better than the competitors? Is it the quality, price, service, availability? We need to differentiate our product. If we believe in our product, we can convince our referral partner, who in turn will have the conviction to confidently refer us to his contacts and get us business. But the starting point is us and how we differentiate our product. Next slide, please. Then, once we've got the business, we must deliver as promised. Here again, women have an advantage because people trust women. Women are intrinsically honest. So again, let's use our strengths, our basic honesty. Our strengths are unique and it will help build a very strong business. Building trust, maintaining consistency, keeping commitments leads to repeat business. And repeat business is what makes a company grow. This is not a one-time deal. This is a long-term business. Next slide. However, one roadblock for most women I have found is technology. I don't know, it's some sort of a mind block. I believe women must learn technology and not shy from it. Upgrade your knowledge. It's a great confidence booster when you talk knowledgeably, especially to your clients. It shows you have a grasp of technical data and it somehow levels the playing field immediately. But of course, we need to be very clear on our facts. So a lot of reading and learning helps. In my field, technology, which is filmmaking, technology changes every 6 months. So I deliberately go to studios and work with my team at the ground level. So I'm up to date with the latest trends. Any questions? If asked, I don't have to say, I'll get back after consulting my technical team. I can answer it with confidence. And that itself inspires confidence in clients. Because believe me, clients often think women are technically challenged, which we are not. We just have to make the effort. In fact, one of the topics we plan to cover for this group is skill training workshops for women by experts in the field, which we hope will be a great confidence booster for women in the business. So next up is collaborations. Women can make the best collaborators. We understand each other better. Don't see women as competition, see them as collaborators. You'll be surprised how well women can work together. My strongest team was when it was an all-women team. And you know what? They used to call us Charlie's Angels. We were that good. There are so many ways for women to collaborate. Even if two women are in the same field, they have different strengths. So combine the strengths, dilute the weaknesses. It's a win-win combination. Take, for example, if there's another filmmaker in this forum, maybe her forte is filmmaking, but her forte is animation type films. And my forte is live shoots. So we can collaborate. I will do my animation through her, even though I do animations myself. but it's her forte. And she does her live shoots with me, even though she has the capability, but it's my forte. And we share clients. That way, we both increase our client base. If you are in two different businesses, do one-to-ones and learn how to pitch each other's business to your connects. Many will have a similar client base. You can collaborate, refer each other's clients, and double your client base. Women are natural givers. Let's use this to help each other because we are each other's best assets. Since the main objective of this group is to enable women to get business, this is going to be a key topic, and we will be focusing a lot on referrals and connecting members to good business connects. And now we have logistics of running a business. This is easy for us, at least. For us women, because it's like running a house. Logistics, inventory, hiring, scheduling, planning, keeping accounts, housekeeping. We do it all the time at home. Now let's do the same in the office. In fact, most admin heads today, if you notice, are women. There's a management guru by the name of Sharu Rangnikar. He's not alive anymore, but he wrote a management book for male managers. Please note, male managers. The title is Learn Management from Your Wife. It's a must read. And we also have our trump card, multitasking. We women are born multitaskers. But remember, we must know every aspect of our business, every nut, every bolt. We can't afford to be fooled in our own business. If you know your business inside out, you can take over at any time if an employee is absent or leaves. You're not dependent on them. Independence is the best tool we will ever have. So these are just a few examples of women's skills we can use to support our business. And we're planning to call in experts in each skill set who can give detailed guidance in every aspect of running a business. We plan to get all our women members to come forth with suggestions, so together we can have a platform that benefits all women entrepreneurs. So thank you very much for being a part of this forum. Together, we can all grow. And now over to Dimple.
Jhelum, that was a fantastic delivery and presentation, and you touched upon such important pointers in terms of women being good leaders, managers, multitaskers, and a lot of food for thought for our participating members. So thank you very much, and over to you, Dimple.
Thank you so much, Agnes, and thank you so much, Jhelum, for sharing a light on the business support system that we women should have. I completely resonate with your thought with regards to business referrals, collaborations, and knowing your business completely in and out. But with that, it's also very important that we as women should also know legal and finance. A lot of us today, while running our own organizations, keeping me aside being a lawyer, otherwise, we've seen a lot of people who have no idea on how to handle the legal aspects or how to handle their finances. So this vertical is also very important for us women to get more educated on the legal issues as well as finance. Many times I have seen in my career path where I've seen a lot of women who are directors, shareholders in companies, but at the same time, they are pretty much clueless on what are their rights, what are their responsibilities. They do not know that like simple things that they can have an access to the company accounts, company shareholding documents. They don't have all that. Neither do they know that, okay, fine, the share certificate has to be given. It's generally taken that, oh, these people are handling it. There's a trust that we generally have. It's an inherent thing of trust. That's what Jhelum said, that we always run by that. So it's very important that we should know what our legal rights are, not only in the organization that we have, but also otherwise, because many times a lot of us are entrepreneurs. So when you're an entrepreneur, you should know that if you're running a private limited company, then how you're supposed to run within the four walls of the law. If you have a product, then have you copyrighted your product, or have you trademarked your name? So these are the certain things that are very important as women entrepreneurs or women in managerial and business positions to know certain issues. So these are few of them. Now, the second issue which I see with regards to the legal aspect is a lot of us don't know or maybe we stay in denial, or maybe we feel that the word will or estate planning is not for us. We feel that it is more for the male members of the society, but no, it is very important for us. We also have our assets. We also have our institution, businesses, etc. We also have our own investments. So it is important for us to have our will in order. It's important for us to have an estate planning to be done. More so, also a lot of places when it comes to a joint Hindu family, or it comes to the brothers, sisters, many times the sisters have given up, or maybe they think, no, we don't have the share. And then later on they come to know that, oh, we also as women have share in the property. So all these are self-realizations, but it happens over a period of time, and at times the time is lost, and then the opportunity is lost. So we as the First Ladies vertical are also looking at educating and also upscaling all of us in terms of legal. And secondly, important part is the finance part. A lot of us today are not handling our own finances. We have our husbands or our brothers or our fathers handling our finances. The very fact of questioning that, since our childhood, we have been conditioned, rather it's a society conditioning that, it has to be handled by the male member of the house. But now that needs to change, because then you will know how you can handle your own finances. Today, a lot of women, they are married, they might be actually earning also, maybe in a managerial position, running their own business, whatever, but they give their financial independence to their husbands to handle, or their fathers. So in that event, A, either you're not in a position to live your life on your own terms, and B, you are not in a position to decide what is right, what is wrong for you, or how you can financially expand your business. So it is very important that we women need to be financially independent. For running the business also, it is important that, okay, if today we are running different verticals, then how one vertical is generating X amount of business in finance, that can be used in opening another vertical. But this understanding will only come when we ourselves understand the financial aspect of our own company. So it's very important to know that aspect. The fourth part is how to manage the finances. There are two aspects to that. One aspect is your own personal finance. Do you know that a lot of women, we still haven't even had our own Demat account at times? They don't even know that, okay, how do we invest in stocks? Whether we invest in SIPs, what is SIP? All they know is, my so-and-so is looking after it. But let's understand how to manage that aspect too. The second vertical, or the second part of this managing the finance, is that how do you want to raise the finance? Because sometimes your businesses might need to raise finance. So in that event, it is important to first understand the financial heartbeat of your company, understand your reports, the audit reports. These are the important things to which generally we feel, oh, if it's number, yes, there are many women who understand numbers much more than even sometimes men do. But there are a lot of people who don't understand, and they probably let it be like, okay, it's happening, or it's going on in the process, a sideline. So it's very important for us to understand the finances. In fact, our wing, as the First Ladies wing, we are also looking at having various initiatives with regards to helping women raise finance, where we could be also getting a tie-up or with some banks or financial institutions who could help us in or help the women in raising finance. So these are basically finance and legal being a very important element or a pillar to your organization. Please do not do not ignore it. It might be a little costly affair, but at the same time, long run, this will actually help you a lot. So it's very important for us to understand these two aspects. And with this, I would request Agnes to continue. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And yes, one more thing, we are always there available for all of y'all. So if you have any issues, any queries, you can approach either of us and we'll be there happy to help.
Thank you.
Thank you, Agnes. Thank
So
you.
much. Thank you so much, Dimple. And you covered such powerful topics, finance and legal. And I do agree with you that a lot of women shy away from both of this because they don't understand it or because they don't want to deal with it. And now I hope that the participants are really more excited to know that we are there to help you understand these two very important aspects of your life. So thank you very much, Dimple. And now I will hand over the session to Miss Meenal. Over to you,
Thank you
Meenal.
so much, Agnes. Thank you so much. And thank you, Priya, for that wonderful introduction right at the beginning. And as you can see from the slide, I'm going to talk about how to leverage your network and managing the work-home balance. But before I start, I would like to thank each one of you to be present here today at the launch of the IBG First Ladies Vertical. And I think the IBG team has chosen the perfect name for this. Thank you so much. And I would like to also thank IBG and Vikash for reviving, like Vikash and I were discussing, reviving this women's platform because it is really the need of the hour. I started with IBG, at the launch event 8 years back. And it has been a wonderful journey. And today we are launching yet another initiative. I'm just so glad to be a part of it. And we all, of course, understand that networking is a vital part of building our business. And Jailam also introduced us more in detail to the concept. And I guess that's why we are all here today, right? However, I feel that sometimes, as women, we tend to hold back. We don't utilize our network, our business connect, don't utilize our network for business growth, and we don't ask for help. I think we need to feel that, if there is something that I can't do on my own, then maybe I am lacking in something. Maybe we are not a good leader, not a good business person, but that's not true, right? Whether male or female, a good leader is one that surrounds themselves with more capable people. And whether it is at home or at work, I think what we need to do is ask for help, ask for support whenever we need it. And that is why we are building this platform of IBG First Ladies. So you will have support not only from the committee members and IBG team, but we will also start an entire pool of mentors from industry, other successful women. I think what you need to do is ask absolutely unashamedly for help. Use your friendships, relationships, business associations that you have built so far. Use your peers, use the seniors in your network. And, to leverage our network or networking doesn't really mean just sharing and collecting visiting cards or sharing business profiles. I think what we should try here in this platform is to get to know each other better. Because unless we know what all a person in our network does and who they are as a person, not only just profession, we can neither contribute to their story, nor can they really contribute to ours. We should be able to articulate what sphere we need help in. And, when we know exactly what we need help with, we will be then able to identify the right person in the network who can help us with that. So, like I said, what we are aiming to build is a network of successful women who, other than all the mentors and the committee, who can help each other. There has to be a lot of peer support and, like Jailam already mentioned, a lot of collaboration. Because, one of us might be strong in one aspect of the business and another one in another. And in order to truly leverage this amazing platform, I think we have to shun that fear of failure. So making mistakes is fine. It's not like male leaders don't make mistakes. And I think Vikash is the right person to talk about this. But, failing or making mistakes is just a stepping stone to success, as long as we learn from our mistakes. And, people judge us all the time, right? I'm sure everybody agrees. Let us not judge each other. And also not live in fear. You know what I say? I am absolutely unashamedly and unabashedly me. I will make it work on my terms because that's who I am. And what research also says? Women-led teams have a 35% higher return on investment than all male ones. I think that's what Jailam was also saying, right? That her team was called Charlie's Angels. So yay for us. And I truly don't think men and women are alike. Sorry, Vikash, and sorry, Girish, but women are so much better. We are capable of doing so much more. And now let's talk about everybody's favorite topic, work-life balance. I think post-2020, it has become an even bigger problem, with the office and home boundaries becoming non-existent. And not only women entrepreneurs, but even our male counterparts have the same issue. My view is that, women should stop worrying about the perfect home life balance. No two individuals are alike. And we really shouldn't compare how much involved someone else's mother is in their studies or how well someone else bakes, guys. You find your own formula. Whatever is your formula, whatever works for you, that is the best formula for you. Stop guilt tripping yourself all the time. And I think the biggest problem with us is we want to be perfect at everything that we do. But life is messy. Let it be messy. And let's not fight it. I think it's all right if life is a little bit messy, because some days we might need more time for home. Some days we might, or in fact, there might be weeks altogether that we are totally engrossed in our work and building our business. Our living rooms don't have to be pristine all the time. And our chapatis, for heaven's sake, don't have to be perfect round. Hire the right cook, man. And what is important, according to me, is finding within this chaos, finding some time for yourself. Please ensure that you do that. Take a day off, leave home, leave office worries away, and relax with your girlfriends. Even if we leave and take one day off from work and business, we tend to do that much more at home. We don't have to overcompensate in any field. We are doing the best that we can, and that is all right. And I always say that, men have their boys club and go out of their way to promote each other. We need a gang of successful women entrepreneurs who are supporting upcoming women entrepreneurs. And that is the ecosystem we are looking at building for you. But along with, like I said earlier, successful women mentoring other women and we collaborating with each other, I think what we need to do is be cheerleaders for each other. Let us try and be women who applaud other women in their network. Let us celebrate each other's achievements together. I want a promise from everybody who's attending this and everybody who joins this platform. After the launch and the moment the WhatsApp group is formed, let us all follow each other and our companies on all social media channels, Google business pages, like, comment, review everybody's services. And every time one of us even has a small win, let us celebrate and create a noise. And let's make IBG First Ladies a power to reckon with. I think that is what is needed. So thank you so much for listening to our points. And I would now hand back to Agnes for the talk on mentorship.
Meenal, wow, that was a really energetic delivery. And I'm sure that the audience members are really energized and really looking forward to joining this platform. My dear women panelists, right from Priya, Jailam, Dimple, Meenal, you all have added so much value to this platform by bringing in your thoughts, your perspectives, and giving this platform a holistic, well-balanced outlook in all aspects of a woman's life. So now I would like to take you to the next slide. Thank you, everyone. All right. So basically, the fourth pillar for this platform is mentorship for women. We already have seen and heard the 3-4 powerful mentors that have spoken to us on this platform. Now, what this platform is also going to do for you, this IBG First Ladies Wing, which is a fantastic initiative taken by Vikas sir, is that we are going to be mentoring you. We are going to be like a life coach. We are going to be like your friends. We are going to be reaching out to you. We're going to be helping you in all areas and walks of life, okay? So let's begin with dynamic leadership, okay? Everybody who's joined us on this platform today is a leader in her own term, all right? But what kind of leadership? And Jailam and Meenal and all of them have already touched upon the points that women leaders are better led teams in that aspect. So on this platform, we are going to show you what dynamic leadership is. We are going to conduct a session on dynamic leadership. Like if you truly, so this pillar is all about making you the bestest version of yourself in all areas of your life. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, professionally, entrepreneurship, anywhere, in your family, being the best mother, etc. All right. So this is a very exciting module that we will be showcasing to you. Then, of course, it all begins with you. When you look at women, women always tend to keep themselves last or put themselves last. Everything else comes in before them, right? Their family, their children, their husband, etc. But let me tell you that self-love and self-care is such an important aspect of all women's life, because if you are not full of complete joy and energy and enthusiasm, how can you make a difference to other people's life? So in the morning ritual for success, which is a very powerful module, we are going to mentor you into how to engage your own self and energize your own self and lift your own self to become the highest version of yourself. All right? Effective communication. So even though you have a perfect product or a service, if you're not able to communicate effectively to the opposite team or to the opposite person, and not only in terms of business, even in your everyday life, you need to communicate effectively to be heard and to be understood. So we will be teaching you effective communication skills as well. Soft skills and grooming. Looks matter. How you show up in this world matter. First impression is the last impression. You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. Do you agree with me? Optics matter. So when you walk into the room, or even when you walk into the Zoom call like this, even before you open your mouth, people are looking at you. And when they look at you, there are certain kind of pictures and images and perspectives that they have formed in your mind. So it's very important to appear in this world as confident, professional, and powerful women. Okay, so we will be taking you through this session at this module as well. Team building and resolving conflicts. My dear friends, man is a social creature. We constantly live in a society, in a family, in an organization, in a company, in a committee. So we always have more than one or two people. And at all given points of time, when there are more than two people involved, there are bound to be difference in opinions. And it is the responsibility of a woman leader to effectively resolve these conflicts in the bigger interest of the organization. Okay, so are you excited to learn those skill sets? We will be taking you through them. Mantras for corporate success. All right, now everybody who's joined us on this platform today are all very successful and they want to become more and more successful, and that's fantastic, that's great. But when you are working in an organization or in a corporate, let me put it this way, that of course there are no shortcuts to success, but at the same time, it's very important to work smartly. All right, so if there are certain tips and guidelines that you could gain and understand to reach like high in the corporate ladder, would you not want to know them? Yes, I'm sure you would. So this fourth pillar is built to engineer you and to make you the bestest version of yourself. So welcome one and all to this wonderful dynamic platform called IBG First Ladies Women Wing. Thank you so much for joining us. Over to you, Siddhi. Over to you, Dimple.
Thank you so much, Agnes. That was really wonderful. I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
Thank you. From what Jailam, Agnes, Meenal, and me we spoke about, the charter points of the women's vertical is to create a platform to assist women to get connected to potential clients. So as Jailam mentioned, that it is important that we have to have a business support ready. So if tomorrow we have a client who we are looking at to be a potential client, could be an MNC, could be another corporate, but it is very important for us that before we also approach a potential client, we have to be business ready. So we are here to help you that in case you have your potential clients, A, to reach to them, and B, to help you be business ready for that. So if tomorrow a huge amount of work supposing comes to you with that dream client of yours, you are ready to take on and fulfill your dream. So that is one of our charter. The second is to inculcate the collaboration between women entrepreneurs. Today, a lot of us as women, we definitely have we have our own, we need to look at each other's backs rather than talking against each other, because this will actually help you collaborate. Because as Jailam said, or as Meenal said, that if the collaborations don't happen between us, then how are we going to increase our own businesses, and how are we going to increase our own or break the glass ceilings, as it is said. So it is very important for us to also collaborate with each other. Then we'll create a system that supports a woman in their work-life balance, as mentioned by Meenal. provide support to women who want to set up first businesses and help women to feel more empowered with new skill sets. So to sum it all, it is very important for all of us to not just grow in one area of life. It could be multiple areas because at the end of it, one area touches multiple. So we need to not only look at the growth of business, but we are also looking at our own individual growth, because then only we will be able to understand and know ourselves better and take decisions better. Because if you don't know yourself better and you can't introspect about who you are, then this will impact not only your personal relations, but also your business relations. So that is something that we are definitely looking at. It is a very intangible thing, but it would help you for the holistic approach to becoming a better version of ourselves. Secondly, we are also looking at having an emotionally strong support system between our within our group, like what Meenal said, that we should cheer for each other's successes. And also at that point, it is very important that we ourselves have a very non-judgmental place to be. So today, if I have some issue, I could probably freely just speak to one of you all, and I know that this is going to be with that person only. So once that happens, you will start building trust for each other, and at the same point in time, that could help you to have even more firm understanding for each other. So say, for example, if I speak to Jailam with regards to some kind of issue, and the way she's helped me, and it's completely between the two of us, I know that Jailam and I have made this kind of a relation where I can then tomorrow I have somebody who wants to make some film, some client of mine wants to make some film. I know that, okay, fine. I have created this relationship with Jailam. She has created that relation with me, and therefore I am very happy to give business to Jailam. So it's very important for us to keep that respect, that non-judgmental attitude, and that's where you will A, not only break the glass ceilings, but B, you will also see a development which is all round, and C, it will definitely help you break the comfort zone which you are living in. Because don't think that, oh, how can I ask for help? Oh, what if I say that I have a problem, and what if somebody else thinks otherwise? Everyone has problems. So don't ever think that, what will other person say? Maybe he or she is dealing with that problem differently than yours. Maybe you could help that person, and in a way that person can help you. So just be open-minded, join our community, and help us to grow this vertical bigger and stronger. With this, I would like to thank you all so much for attending this webinar, and would like to give it to Siddhi to continue. Thank you.
Thank you, Dimple. This is such an important slide. If anybody wants, you can take a screenshot. Siddhi, go back to the previous charter points for women's vertical. So I would like to applaud Vikas sir for taking this initiative to create this all women's platform and putting us on the panel. But we, of course, are here to help you, to mentor you, to guide you, and to be your friends, importantly, like Dimple said. And so a women's vertical only for the women members. So I hope you guys are really excited about this platform, because we'll get to engage, collaborate, learn, share, upload, uplift, cheer, etc. So this is an all women's camp, right? Great. So let's go to the next slide. All right. So this platform has been built keeping your interests, your goals, your ambitions in mind. And like Vikas sir mentioned right in the beginning, a lot of you may not have joined initially, but I'd like to just go upon the tips, upon the points that he emphasized on, is that we will be getting a lot of government people on board to do talks with us, because all governments have women charters who are willing to help the women with their businesses. They already have funds that are saved for women businesses. So we're going to have a lot of women speakers also from the government. So a lot of interesting and exciting and powerful things are going to be happening on this platform. And we would like all of you to join us on this journey. So guys, whoever is interested in this, please get in touch with Girish or Siddhi. All right. So once again, thank you so much to everybody. Vikas sir, Priya, Jailam, Dimple, and Meenal. And of course, Siddhi and Girish as well. Without you guys, this would not have happened. And also the wonderful participants who have joined us. And now we are ready to take a few questions. If you guys have any questions, we are ready to take up the questions. Let's keep an open house. Over to you, Siddhi.
Thank you, Agnes. We have a couple of questions. So first question is, will this forum help us get business? So I think JLM can answer our question. Can you unmute JLM?
Yeah, hi. Yes, will this forum get us business? Of course. I mean, that's why we've started it, to help us get business. But you know, getting business doesn't start and end with getting a good connect. It also depends on a lot of things. And that's what we're going to touch on here on this platform. It depends on a lot of factors. It depends on you, your mindset. It depends on your product, how it stands out against competition. It depends on how you run your business. Do you have the knowledge, the skills? So this forum will help you to get business, but with a very holistic approach, because we're going to give you guidance on how to position your product, where to, whom to pitch it to, how to equip yourself, not just in terms of how you present your product, but also in terms of how you handle your business and therefore grow it. So yes, of course, this forum is all here to help that.
Thank you, JLM. One more question. I feel hesitant in discussing my business numbers as I am not very good at finance and accounting.
So, Siddhi, Dimple had touched upon this while she was talking about legal and finance also. And the thing is, like, if we are business people, it is not necessary, like we have all discussed, that, you know, we are good at everything, and it is all right to identify our shortcomings and work on them. As a business owner, whether male or female, if we don't know ki, you know, if we are spending 1 rupee, how much are we earning against it, then that, of course, we don't have our business basics right. But if you are not able to, you know, do the financial accounting, and you don't know how to prepare cash flows and balance sheets, that's all right. And also, I think along with this, there is another thing, that we need to constantly upskill ourselves as entrepreneurs. Even today, if you know, there's so many courses and there is so much knowledge that is available online for people, we need to continuously learn and improve. For example, if you don't know how to use an Excel spreadsheet, all you need to do is Google how to use one, and but spend that effort. Because if we don't work hard and smart, then like Dimple said, then there are people around us who will take us for a ride. But you have to prepare a balance sheet and cash flow. We can use accountants, but until and unless know where are we spending, where is the money, we can't read those numbers and find mistakes or ensure that what they are doing is right, then of course we will have a problem. But not knowing, nobody was born knowing everything. Yeah, we are acquiring skills. Learning must never stop. I think that's important. In fact, I will just take like 30 seconds more. I recently saw a video of this businesswoman from somewhere in the interiors of West Bengal, in Durgapur and all. And she knew nothing about how to use computers. And now she has automated her entire workflow and work process starting from scratch using Google. If she can do that, we can do.
Superb, Meenal. So while we are on the topic of finance and numbers and things like that, I would also like to touch upon another point that Vikas sir had mentioned, is that we are also going to be partnering with bank bodies, and they also have their separate women funds and women wing to offer loans or to raise funds or to give money to all the women members who are on this platform to encourage their business. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, Agnes, and thank you, Meenal. One more question. How do I collaborate with a member if we are in different businesses and with no common client base?
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, all of us will need each other's help. You have to think innovatively of how you can collaborate with someone. Example, even if you have nothing in common, you can create something in common. Let's take somebody who's a florist, catering to individuals, and someone else is a life coach. I think someone put up this question right now, Arfeen, if I'm not, Arfeen. Yeah. So if suppose you have somebody who's a florist catering to individuals and someone, a life coach like Arfeen, catering to corporate. It looks like you have nothing in common, but you can innovatively think of some way to collaborate. For example, the florist can offer flowers at a discounted rate to Arfeen's business associates, say as festival gifts, or to their spouses on anniversaries. It could be accompanied by the florist's visiting card. Indirectly, she's pitching your business. Now, you can approach your individual clients, maybe form a group where Arfeen can pitch her life coach lessons as a preview for them or for the companies they work in or where their husbands work, and you can share her pitch. So basically, where there's a will, there's a way. You can collaborate any which way with anyone if you just find a way to do this. Thank you.
Thank you, Jailam. We have a question from Amita. Will there be a separate LinkedIn page for Women's Wing?
I don't think we need a separate LinkedIn page, and you should ask Priya to answer this. But while she's muted, I will just take this on. We will have a separate WhatsApp group, but we have to be part of the main IBG platform. Why we will get benefits and why the government authorities will talk to us and banks will talk to us is because we are part of IBG. So we should leverage that parent body. Priya, yeah, now you're unmuted.
No, we already have, we are very active in all the social media pages already, right from Facebook to Instagram, LinkedIn, of course. So we can leverage these platforms very easily.
Okay, I think there was a question in the chat box, Siddhi, which says that what are the membership fees, etc. I would like encourage all the participants who have these questions to please get in touch with the core team, Girish and Siddhi, regarding this.
And on this, I want to announce that on today's occasion, IBG has come bearing gifts for all of you by offering 50% discount on membership. So don't miss this opportunity and join in our inner circle in leaps and bounds. Thank you.
Can we all wish Vikas sir a happy birthday? I believe it's his birthday today. I just saw it on the chat.
Tomorrow.
It is tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay, I just saw it on the chat.
Siddhi, are there any more questions?
Yeah, there was one question which is asking how will people from the art industry benefit from this? So can I ask Girish or Siddhi to unmute that particular participant, because we really don't understand what she really wants to ask. Can you? It's
Sanjukta, I think. Sanjukta?
Yeah.
And Girish also unmute Dimple. She wants to answer this.
Yes, Sanjukta, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to know that, see, I'm an artist and I am a curator. So how am I going to benefit from, I'm already a part of IBG. So how am I going to benefit by being the part of the ladies wing?
Hi, Sanjukta. Thank you so much, IBG, for unmuting me, because I wanted to answer some few questions on finance, but Meenal and Agnes took over. Sanjukta, when it comes to art, again, it's a very creative side that you have. Again, we are also looking at having a vertical setup for creative artists, because I'm actually not an artist, but an amateur myself. So it definitely helps in having the artists together where you can collaborate. Also, we are now, obviously there is, if you've heard about NFTs, etc., which are now coming in. Of course, it's going to still take time, but then if the government is very okay and openly allowing it, then possibly we can also look at something where we could help you all in the NFTs as well. So yeah, when it comes to the art and creative side, we would be really happy to have a vertical where we have all the artists, could be musicians, could be art curators also in it, and that could definitely help each other. And of course, when it comes to collaboration, also it could be possibly that, say, for example, as she mentioned, somebody is a business coach. Now, if he is coaching somebody, right now we are talking about the women's wing. If she's coaching somebody and that person is looking, or maybe in a casual conversation came out that I'm looking to have some art piece or something, because she's spoken to you, your art could also be, you could be commissioned to create art for the person, their office, or etc. like that. So of course the opportunities are endless. It's just that we need to keep ourselves open to the opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Agnes.
Sorry, I got muted. Okay, fantastic. I feel that we have really given birth to something that has great potential to like really go sky high. And then we do have such a wonderful fraternity of women over here. And we are here to assist and help and be of any kind of service that you would want us to be to help each other grow. So thank you again, wonderful women, for participating in today's webinar. Thank you once again, Vikas sir, for the fantastic initiative on IBG First Ladies. Thank you, Priya, for being the face and the CEO. Thank you so much, Jailam. Thank you, Dimple. Thank you, Meenal, for being the powerful panel members. Thank you, Siddhi, and thank you, Girish. We could not have done this without you guys. Thank you so very much. Please get in touch with the core team for further details. And thank you for joining and have a very nice evening.
Before everybody leaves, Vikash wants to say something, I think.
No, I really don't want to.
You want to. Closing remarks always by you.
Closing remarks, please.
Not really, but yes, I will. So before I started, I wanted to say that I think Indian women, particularly Indian women, have far surpassed the Indian men for the last 5-7 years, as I notice it from my point of view. They're far better, they're doing better things. As somebody said, women think from the left side of the brain and not the right part. They take decisions emotionally is better than intelligently. They are intelligent, of course, but they bring in that element. So it's a new word out there that is being taken over by the women, and I think for the better for India. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, IBG, for this wonderful platform. I would also, like Agnes, just urge everybody to join and let's make this a wonderful platform.
So I feel panel committee members that you all have made such a powerful impact on the women who have gathered here today that I'm sure they just want to join in and take part of all the action that's going to happen on this platform from here on. So looking forward to connecting with all you wonderful women out there. See you soon. Thank you very much. Have a lovely evening and God bless.
Thank you all. Thank you all so much. And please be safe. Thank you.